Today I'd like to share some thoughts on the future of libraries and how smart libraries can make a smart city. So you can't have a creative, innovative city, a smart city, without access to knowledge, to ideas, information, facts, data, and experts to help. And you need a way for everyone to get that access. That's what libraries do today. Think of public libraries as community knowledge. I'm going ahead. There we go. Think of public libraries as community knowledge infrastructure. Learning is at the core of libraries, past and future. Public libraries first arose in Britain and North America in the 1800s as mechanics institutes or universities for the working man. Local communities created lending libraries to ensure everyone, not just the wealthy, could learn through access to books and to reading. Industrialist Andrew Carnegie used his wealth to build hundreds of libraries across North America and Britain, including the very first purpose-built Alberta Public Library in Calgary in 1912. Yes, Calgary wins again. St. Albert missed its chance for Carnegie funding, and so St. Albert's actual first public library was an Essex car owned by Susie Atkinson here. Mrs. Ted, as we call her around the library, understood the need for education and access to knowledge in St. Albert. And starting in the 1930s, Susie would drive her Essex car off to the University of Alberta and borrow books from the extension department and bring them back to town and distribute them around town from the trunk of her car. So like the Grey Nuns before her, she had a mission, and her mission was education, and books were her tool. So by 1961, the library was incorporated as an official municipal service, and in '83 we moved into St. Albert Place, what architect Douglas Cardinal called the People's Place, and we had over 300,000 people visit last year. So we really think we're helping to bring forward Doug Cardinal's vision. 2014 was actually the library's best year ever. We are proud to reach a historic milestone of 1 million items loaned. We're still very proud of our physical items, our collections. We think the print book has a bright future. But as Batman notes, these days it ain't only about the stuff. We believe the library is important for the things it does for the community, not just the things it has for the community. So a fun Bat fact here, Batgirl was a librarian. Barbara Gordon was her name by day. She was the librarian at the Gotham City Public Library. So we've moved on to all the great digital stuff with the digital revolution that was supposed to kill libraries. We've got streaming this, ebooks, that. We've even brought forward our own local digital content with digitizing the local newspaper. Knowledge infrastructure also means access to information technology. So in '83, when we moved into St. Albert Place, we are already teaching people with computers. So that's an Apple IIe. Over here, this is a Zenith 100, classic computing devices. But as we say, it isn't about the gigabytes. I believe the future of the library isn't digital, it's biological. It's about people. You can have a library without walls. You can have a library without books. You can't have a library without people. People are where it's at. And libraries really are people places. We had almost 50,000 attendees at 1,000 different programs last year at the library, doing all sorts of amazing things. Support for new Canadians, business lectures, Lego Club. We're building community through connections and conversations. And here we can see libraries are really important as community gathering places. In this anonymous digital age, it's really important to have actual, real, physical places where people can connect and have conversations with each other. Meeting your neighbors. Kids meet other kids. Seniors greet babies. Teens hang out. People talk face to face. Community is built. We also focus on technology education, especially for people who had troubles with technology. Seniors traditionally, but lots of other folks as well. We empower to make use of these new tools because digital literacy really is the new literacy. The upcoming thing is maker spaces. This is libraries as creation spaces, so collaborative community spaces where people can make things with technology. This is what Edmonton Public Library has so far. We don't really have space in our current facility to do much makerspace things. We're hoping to do that with a proposed new branch library. But in the short term, we've proposed to having a mobile van to bring digital services around the city. Sort of like Mrs. Ted's Essex car. But I'll say it again, the future of libraries is not digital, it's biological, it's people. Here we've got thousands of people standing out in the cold, waiting to get into the new Halifax Central Library. I get choked up thinking about this picture, sorry. Smart libraries continue to invest in libraries, to continue building that community knowledge infrastructure. Really, in building a library, you're building a community. So we've got Calgary's proposed one. This is Halifax. That's Surrey, British Columbia. And that's just an early drawing of our branch proposal. So Money Sense said recently that Alberta is, again, one of the best places to live in Canada. Is it because of our high incomes here, our green spaces? Maybe. But I think Nashville has it right. It was on a honky-tonk window in Nashville. A city with a great library is a great city. But I'll give the last word to another grand lady of the St. Albert Library, Lois Hole. Libraries are sacred places. They contain the hard-earned lessons of the past and the seeds of a better future. Libraries have been and shall always be the engines of civilization's progress. Thanks.